Did you know that Northwest Arkansas is actually one of the fastest growing areas in America, even compared to places like Texas, Arizona, and Florida? Kind of crazy. So today we're covering the reasons why people keep moving here, plus why other people are leaving those other states and coming to Northwest Arkansas. So let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually reload to Northwest Arkansas back in 2020. I looked all across America to find the best place to live in America. Asheville, Boulder, Golden, Boise, Salt Lake City, Huntsville, Chattanooga, all the places that are up there, and I chose Northwest Arkansas because by far it is the best place to live in America. By far, it's one of the only places you can truly live, work, and play all in NWA. So without further ado, let's jump right into the content. All right, so the first thing we need to cover when it comes to Northwest Arkansas being one of the fastest growing areas in America is the fact that on most scales, both Texas, Florida, Arizona are the fastest growing areas in America. So that's just to be clear, whether it's Sarasota, Florida area or parts of Dallas, Texas, those have always been hot spots when it comes to big growth of people usually exiting the West Coast or East Coast. But usually some of the top cities are going to be Florida, Texas, or Arizona. But hilariously enough, number 18, which it sounds like it's way down there, but the fact that it's in Arkansas, in Northwest Arkansas, makes the top list of fastest growing areas in America. So that's wild and shocking, but in the essence of it, makes a lot of sense because when you're starting to actually look around America and when you start actually thinking about what is important to you and your family and jobs and outdoor spaces, it makes sense that this little section of Arkansas really takes the cake of a lot of different things. So we're going to cover some of those reasons why as well, plus why some of those people are leaving Texas, leaving Florida, leaving Arizona, and actually coming to Northwest Arkansas versus, other places they could go to. And the first reason why there are so many people moving to Northwest Arkansas and also leaving other states to come here from like Texas and Florida, and this is mainly actually more response back from my clients who have moved from Texas, but at the end of the day, Texas isn't just pretty at all. And especially when they're coming from Dallas and other areas of Dallas, whether it's like Fort Worth, or even like when you start getting south towards Houston, a lot of times the answer is it's just not pretty. It's just a hot desert, realistically. And you're kind of like, if you can live in Texas and you're fine with the heat, essentially, then you can probably live anywhere you want to because there's not really anything super magical about Dallas or Houston whatsoever. It's just a hot, deserty kind of feel. And as clients have often told me, which of course we all have, but I've been to Dallas, I've been to Houston, I've been to those places. It's just a big concrete jungle in a lot of ways. If you've been to Dallas, you understand that it's just a lot of major roads crisscrossing back and forth everywhere. People drive at 90 miles an hour. I grew up in Chicagoland area. I grew up in Chicago. And so it's funny, the fact seeing like some of the highways around Dallas, I think they're like 12 lanes wide or maybe 16 lanes wide. It's crazy. I've never seen a car start from one end of the actual highway, the same direction, cross all the lanes, no turn signal, nothing going on, who cares, and just get over to the side. Not that they're getting to an exit, they're just going to the other side. I thought I grew up in like a very crazy environment when it came to driving, obviously. Nope, Texas really does take the cake when it comes to some crazy drivers. Maybe I experienced the worst, maybe I experienced it normal, I don't know. But regardless, from the time I spent in Dallas, which it hasn't been a lot of time, but I spent enough time in Dallas, I see how the traffic works. I'm like, ooh, very interesting. But regardless, a lot of my clients who've come from Texas has said Northwest Arkansas definitely takes the cake when it comes to the pretty factor of the whole area. And another reason why people keep moving to Northwest Arkansas, even away from Texas and Florida, is the fact that both Texas and Florida have seen a huge surge of both taxes as well as insurance in the last couple of years. Now you can understand both Texas and Florida are both a no state income state tax state, so there's that. That's out the door. We're aware of that. But Florida obviously has a little something every year called hurricanes, and they cost multi-billions of dollars in state hits with insurance and everything else. So Florida has its own things going on down there, obviously. And then we have Texas, which has extreme heat and it's other issues going on there, whether it's whatever, we'll leave that aside, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, it has driven both taxes and insurance up in Texas. And it's funny because I had the same experience over in Illinois, and Illinois does not have any natural disasters or anything really going on because it's in the kind of packed up right there. It does have this little thing called politicians and politics, and well, we'll leave it at that. Anyways, Illinois is a corrupt state, terrible place to live. Moving on, but regardless, Florida and also Texas have these obviously issues going on with in taxes, insurance, and I've had a lot of clients move from there saying that their taxes and insurance were just astronomical in the last couple of years, and so it forced them to be like, you know what, I can see where this is going. We're just going to end, I can see where things are going. I'm going to bail out now and get to a much better place. So a lot of times you see those things when you're coming from Florida and Texas is the fact that both taxes as well as insurance have skyrocketed the last couple of years. And so, yeesh, feel bad for them. Before we jump on to the next point, I want to let you know that I made something for you. I made something called 3-day itineraries. And it sounds exactly what it is, literally itineraries for the whole area. So maybe you're looking to move down here. Maybe you're looking to actually kind of check out the area yourself. Maybe just come down here for vacation. Whatever it is, I made 3-day itineraries for you to download, whether you're a sightseer, whether you're into food, whether you're into sports, whether you're into adventure, whether you have kids. There's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you. So go ahead and download them and use them when you get down here. So when you do get down here, it's like literally 3 days between city by city, area by area, thing by thing, day by day. So you can kind of have your whole trip planned all through the itineraries. Also, I also made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is, literally Instant Home Updates. So I would definitely recommend stop using Realtor.com, Zillow, Redfin. The notifications for all those different apps, way too slow. You miss so many different properties when you're using those apps, whether you're looking to buy or even rent, whatever the case is. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. So enter your information below: bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage. Where do you want to move to Northwest Arkansas? Enter all the information below, and I'll make sure to miss a single notification when it comes for homes for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday, I send an email out just kind of talking about all the cool things happening in Northwest Arkansas. What is going on in downtown Bentonville? What is going on in Fayetteville? What new businesses are moving here? What new cool things are coming into the area? Whatever the case is, I send out an email every single Friday, just kind of keeping you up to date with all the things happening here. Enter your name below, enter your email below. I'll make sure you get that email every single Friday. But sadly, side note, you will get a little fear of missing out, little FOMO, so to speak. But I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make it out to Northwest Arkansas. And the third reason why I see so many people move from other places of America to Northwest Arkansas, but specifically from Texas and Florida, is the fact that I hear this time and time again, whether it's from Houston or Dallas or parts of Dallas, metro area, or from Florida, but the areas at the end of the day, they keep saying we are being overran, meaning they are Florida and Texas. So overran with people from across America, from across the world, are flooding to those core states. Now, we don't necessarily need to get into the reasons why people keep flooding to Texas and Florida and Arizona, and whether it's political or taxes or heat, whatever the case is, we'll leave that aside. But what I do hear oftentimes is the people that have lived there for a couple of years, and a lot of times people say, I've made mistakes. I've made not huge mistakes, but like we went from California or Utah, we moved to Texas, way too hot, we can't have gardens, we can't do this, it's just a concrete jungle, yada, yada, yada. But regardless, people are now entering into Northwest Arkansas looking for that sweet spot, middle spot, whether, kind of like they have 4 seasons, we have a lot of green, we have great jobs, we have trail systems, we can be outdoors, indoors, whatever the case is. You're not kind of, stuck indoors for any time of the year, honestly. But here's the reason that you're probably thinking, like, great, Northwest Arkansas is going to be that next place, the next overran place. Yeah, not so much. The reason being is because I tell my clients this all the time. I say, there's only 2 states in America that if you tell people you're moving to, they think you're crazy. You could say Mississippi and Alabama, you could say Florida, you could say Dakotas, you could say a lot of other states and people, you can justify them. You could say Mississippi has the ocean, it has this, it has heritage, football. Alabama, same concept, you get it. But if you either say West Virginia or Arkansas, people are like, what are you smoking or what are you cooking? So regardless, there's a natural barrier to entry when it comes to Arkansas, not because anything's crazy here, at least in Northwest Arkansas, but the fact that when you say Arkansas, they're like, excuse me, what? You can even say Alaska, and people are like, I kind of get that. So the actual, both Arkansas is both a curse and a blessing because it's a natural barrier to entry and a natural growth control, just the name Arkansas. So in no wild way will Arkansas ever take or at least North Arkansas, take the ingrowth that Texas and Florida has. So we get some pretty cool people moving from Texas and Florida who are tired of the growth there and they want to come to a much more relaxed, green, good job, trail system environment, and that is the perfect spot, and that is in Northwest Arkansas. And the last and final reason why so many people are moving from other places to Northwest Arkansas, especially from Texas and Florida, and this is kind of a summary of what I mentioned before, but there's just not a lot of areas in America that you can truly live, work, and play. That is just doesn't exist. And you can go to Boise and you can definitely find jobs there. Housing is out of control there. Good jobs there, of course. it's a more tech hub now. Very cold in the wintertime. You can go to the opposite side of stuff. You can go to Florida. Obviously very warm there, humid, probably some good jobs there. Taxes are getting a little crazy. Insurance is getting a little crazy for obvious reasons. Then you go to Dallas. Dallas has great jobs there. Incredibly hot. You're kind of trapped indoors from April, May till September, is my guess. Just because I have friends who live there and they kind of say that. But these are people who are indoor people. They don't really care. They can live in there and want to. But anyone who wants to be outdoors more, exercise more, meet outdoors more with friends, do more things in nature, Texas can be a little challenging. Florida can be a little challenging because there's these things called anacondas. No, there's actually, there's things going on in Florida, you know what I'm saying? And there's obviously it's very hot there as well. But regardless, long story short, a lot of people move to Northwest Arkansas for definitely a more unique style of living, which is outdoor space, indoor space, great jobs, have a great community, and people who want to make this the best place to live in America and make it better. Make it even better than the best place to live in America, which I don't know is possible, but I'll let you know. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is. Literally a starter pack full of all the cool things Northwest Arkansas. It's a full 72-page guide, actually talking about the whole area, schools, hospitals, everything you need to know about Northwest Arkansas, packaged in one big guide. Also my itineraries, we have actual stickers in there. All the cool things about Northwest Arkansas, packaged, shipped right to your home, like a little package, shipped right to your home, literally right to your home. Enter your information below. I'll make sure you get the package shipped right to your home right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It is my favorite four-letter F word. Free! So enter your information below. I'll make sure they get the package shipped to you right away. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, I'll see you next one.